Yes, I mean, give you copyright.
Okay, so a lot of times what's holding back a person from him being able to be in the right state of mind is from him being able to understand that Hashem has his times that he wants to show the redemption that you have to go through. Sometimes we are not calm because we're waiting for things to be better, we're waiting for things to make sense. And Hashem has his times when he's going to make things make sense for us. Right? But just like you can't expect from your children to give you the nahat that you want them to give you, you have to give up and mourn the nahat you want your kids to give you. If you want your kids to give you their own nahat, so too with Hashem, you have to sometimes give up on what you expect from him. But the nahat you want from Hashem, in order for Hashem to give you the nahat that he wants to give you. Well, I would like to talk about today a story of Hanan Ben Ari. There was a soldier that got hurt in October 7th, and one of these soldiers got hurt. He was from the only ones that survived from his whole group of soldiers. All the friends that he had, they all got shot. They all died. And this guy got a bullet in his leg. And not long after he got shot, he was found in the hospital with a leg that was taken off. And around him were a lot of people with missing limbs. So Hanan Ben Ari came to visit the soldiers and to cheer them up. And Hanan Ben Ari asked him, "What song would you like me to sing for you? Out of all the songs, what song would you like me to sing for you?" So the soldier looked at Hanan. He looked at the other people that were around him that were missing limbs, missing arms, missing legs. And he says, what makes me different than my friends that died at the war? Why am I any different than my friends? Why is it that Hashem saved me? Only Hashem knows why he saved me. So he said to Hanan, he says, you know what? Hanan, we have no rights to complain. Here's the song I want you to sing for me is Achayim Shelanu Tuti. Our lives are strawberries. That's the song that I want you to sing for me. In what merit am I even alive? I have nothing to complain about. See, this is a very interesting song. Hanan Ben Ari sings about life is like strawberries, and life is always good, and that no matter how hard it is to live in Israel, life is great. And that's a crazy thing that Hanan Ben Ari says, I can't sing you now, Hachayim Shelanu Tutim, that life is like strawberries if you just got your leg taken off. I can't sing that to you. You see, but you don't understand. I could have been dead like everybody else. So you see the difference in the mindset that you could be deciding that I have what to be thankful about, or you could be deciding I have what to complain about. And they're both true. You do have what to complain about. You do have what to be thankful about. But it's your choice. Hakol sababa. Everything's fine. Why? Because I'm lucky that I'm around. I'm lucky that I'm even alive. You see, in life, there are 4 things that decide how you're going to think. There are 4 S's that will decide how you're going to think. What are the 4 S's? The S's are, who are your social? Who are your friends? Another, that your friends will decide who you're going to be. Another S is the structure of life. Another S is your state of mind. Another S is your life story. So if you have in your mind a state that is going to be in a negative state, so you're going to have negative results. But if you have a state of mind of gratitude, if you have a state of mind that things are good, then you know what? You're going to bring good things to you. You're going to bring positive things to you because that's your state of mind. You could decide that Hakol Tutim, or you could decide that why am I stuck without a leg? And that's your choice. And this is something, your state of mind is something that's sometimes much easier to change If I want to change the way you think, it's much easier for me to change the way that you feel first, your state of mind first, than to change the way that you're feeling. We know that it says in the four Lashonot of Geulah. The four Lashonot of Geulah is Ve'hotzeti, Ve'itzalti, Ve'lakachti, Ve'ga'alti. First, Ve'hotzeti, I took you out of Egypt. And then it says Ve'itzalti, and I saved you. And then it says Ve'lakachti, and I took you. And then it says Ve'ga'alti, and I redeemed you. Now, it's very funny because the first things you say that Ve'hotzeti, that I took you out. And then it says Ve'itzalti, then I saved you. It should be the opposite. First Ve'itzalti, I saved you, and then Ve'hotzeti, then I took you out. Why is the order the wrong way? And the explanation is because in order for you to be saved, right? In order for you to be saved, it's not Hotzeti from Mitzrayim. It's not to take you out of Egypt, but it's to take you out of the mindset of an Ived. To take you out of the mindset that you're a slave to Paro. To take you out of a mindset that life is messed up. Take you out of a mindset that you are just a victim. And that's something that you first have to change. Because when you change first the mindset, then Hashem is going to do the Geulah for you. But if you don't change the mindset first, He's not going to change the Geulah. So we see the same thing also when it comes to the words of the Baal Shem Tov. He would say, Ki b'simcha tetzeu. What does that mean? That you will go out with happiness. And he says something like this. He says, you know how you're going to go out of misery? You know how you're going out of misery? It's not that Hashem's going to take you out of misery. He said you're going to change your mindset. And you're not going to be a miserable person. And then Hashem's going to take you out of misery. You see, there's two different things in life. First, there's something called pain, and then there's something else called suffering. Pain and suffering are usually combined, but they have nothing to do with each other. Pain is a reality. Suffering is a state of mind. Just like poor and poverty are two different things. Poverty is a reality. But poor is a state of mind. You have people who have a lot of money, but they still feel poor. In order for you to first help the person, you have to take him out of the state of mind that he's holding in, that's causing him to think ineffectively. And that's what we see in this parasha. But Moshe Rabbeinu tells Hashem, he says, Hashem, why did you do so bad for this people? What Hashem say back? He says, tell them that Ani Hashem. Tell them that I am Hashem. What does I am Hashem mean? It means that I am mercy. All the things that you're going through is all for a great purpose. It's all Ani Hashem. It's all for the sake that Hashem has a much better thing coming out. Now, what was good about going through Egypt? What was going through Egypt is that we were the one who now, Paro, is confronted by Moshe Rabbeinu, that Hashem says something that's very powerful. You know what Hashem says? Tell Paro, Beni Bechori Yisrael, that my firstborn son is Israel. What does that mean? Rashi says that means Beni Bechori Yisrael means that at this point, when the Jews went through the 400 years of Egypt, at that moment, Hashem signed the document that Yaakov bought from Esav the firstborn rights. That's what Rashi says. Tell Paro, Beni Bechori Yisrael, it's not talking about the Jewish people. It's saying that you know who's the Bechor? It's not anymore that the Bechor is Esav. The Bechor is Yaakov Avinu. Beni Bechori Yisrael. That's an unbelievable thing. So you don't even realize what's going on the whole time. When you think that you're going through hell, Hashem has some reason for that. So you might have went through years of teenage and not understanding why I had to go through this stuff. Why do I have to have those friends? Why do I have to have parents who didn't understand me? Why do I have to fall into the addictions? You don't have any idea that that's building you. Just like the whole story of the Jewish people, where the Yaakov Avinu is stuck with a situation where he has no idea what's going on with Yosef. He's mourning, and all that time that he's mourning, Hashem says, you are feeling bad. You feel life is messed up. You feel like life is having a hard life. I'm busy making Yosef into a king in Egypt, and everything that happened to Yosef was for him to become a king in Egypt, but you're not happy. You're upset. Why are you upset? Hashem says, while all the mess is going on, I'm having Yehuda sleep with Tamar to be able to bring the Mashiach. But you're upset. You're upset. I break the whole Sodom so that Lot will sleep with his daughters that will have the grandmother fruit. You're upset. And you don't understand why Sodom is being destroyed. So things that go wrong, you don't understand. That really, what's really going wrong is something totally different. We don't understand why, right now, Trump just forced this entire deal to happen. And this deal makes no sense to anybody. Anybody who cares about the Jewish people, it doesn't make any sense to them. But you know what? Hashem says, Bonei Yerushalayim Hashem. Bonei Yerushalayim Adonai. What does that mean, Bonei Yerushalayim? It means that right now, Hashem is in the middle of building Yerushalayim. Right now, as we speak. Bonei Yerushalayim, let's say Hashem Bonei Yerushalayim. That would mean that Hashem is building Yerushalayim. Other people don't know. Everything that's going on right now, it's all because Hashem is in the middle of building Yerushalayim. Bonei Yerushalayim Amonai. Nobody's building Yerushalayim except for Hashem. So the Yerushalayim that you see, that looks like it was built by Leon, Olmert, this guy, the government, these guys are just people that might have good intentions. But the real Yerushalayim that's going to be built is Bonei Yerushalayim Hashem. Is Hashem building that Yerushalayim. And that's happening through all the things that don't make any sense to us. And this is the same thing that we don't realize sometimes, that it's very, very small difference between the word Gala and Geula. You see, Gala means when things are difficult, there's Galut, and then there's also Geula. What does Geula mean? Redemption. The word Geula is spelled with an Aleph. The only difference in Galut and Geula is letter Aleph. That means if you just have the Emunah alone will help you to get out from the place of the Galut, will help you get out from the place of the exile. You know, this is something that it says that your mindset is going to make the whole difference. We don't understand sometimes why bad things happen to good people. Sometimes we see things that say to us, where's Hashem? How is Hashem good in this? How does it make sense that Hashem is Tov Adonai Lakol? That Hashem is good to everything. It doesn't make sense that it could be that He's good to everything. If we're seeing the cat and the mouse is running around, and all of a sudden the cat comes, wants breakfast, and eats the mouse. What, Hashem is good to the mouse? How do you explain that? You could explain that? How do you explain that Hashem is good to everything and the cow just ate the mouse? You know what the answer is? It's obvious. The mouse was supposed to live exactly to this time. So why not let the cat have a good meal? He was supposed to anyway die today. So why can't the cat have a good meal? And why not make it into a sport? Let it be something attractive. Let the mouse get some running around going on, right? So you look to us, you say, oh, if only he would have died around. Maybe this is the best death for him to be eaten by a cat. So we don't understand.
If the mouse would have died, the cat would have ate it still.
What?
If the mouse would have died, the cat would have ate it still. So Hashem made the cat work hard for it.
The cat. What do you mean? The
Hashem made the cat work hard.
So that's not good. I don't understand.
That's good.
That's very good.
We all have to.
So we all have to, right?
Money doesn't come to our door.
Okay, so what's wrong with that the cat ate the mouse? Right? There was a story with a certain yeshiva boy in Israel that his name was Shraga Weiss. And this happened not long ago, where he was an 18-year-old yeshiva student, and he would go once a month to take a test. He would go to take his Dirshu test on Mishnah Berurah. So he had his Mishnah Berurah in his hand. Once a month he would go to take his test in Otzem Moshav in the south, and he would go take his test. And one time when he went to take his test, he came back, and on the way back he was hit by a car and he died. And he's dying with a Mishnah Berurah in his hand. And you don't understand why a good yeshiva boy, 18 years old, that's where he's dying. And his older brother, was once trying to get a ride back to where his parent from his yeshiva, and somebody gave him a ride. And they were talking about religion. And the the yeshiva boy told the driver who gave him the ride in the south, he said, I want to bless you that you're not going to have anything bad happening to you because shluchem mitzvah mizakim. That you just helped me. So somebody who helps and does a mitzvah, nothing bad's going to happen to you. So he says, you don't have to worry, nothing bad's going to happen to you because you just gave me a ride to yeshiva. So the guy says, I don't believe that. It doesn't always work. He says, there was a yeshiva student not long ago, this boy Shraga Weiss, that he just was coming back from his test on Mishnah Berurah. He has Mishnah Berurah in his hand, and he's run over by a car. Holding his Mishnah Berurah. He was killed. So I don't believe in that. That if you're doing a mitzvah, you're not hurt. So Shraga's older brother didn't say that he's the brother, but he said that I just want to tell you that Rav Chaim Kanievsky said about that story that it was anyway the time that boy was supposed to die. His time was anyway supposed to be dying at 18 years old. But what greater way of dying than a boy holding his Mishnah Berurah coming back from a test on a Dirshu test, Mishnah Berurah. So you can look at it the other way. This is his time anyway. Right? We just don't understand Hashem's time, his state of mind. So the driver says, I'll tell you what. He says, you just explained to me a lot because I want to tell you that this boy, he says, the guy said he's a Zaka person. And when that boy, Shraga Weiss, was killed, he said he was the first person there. And he saw the boy's face. He saw Kiddushan, the boy's face. And he wanted to, when he put the boy, wrapped him up to get him to be buried, he decided to come to the funeral and he wanted to do something for this boy to uplift the soul because he wasn't a religious man. And he took upon himself to wear tefillin every day. And he says, even though I don't wear a kippah, he said, but since his passing every day that this person passed, I wear tefillin. So I did this, doing this for his Shema. So when the boy, Shraga Weiss' older brother, was leaving the car, he said, take a look at my face. He says, I can't believe you look exactly like that boy, Shraga Weiss. He said, yeah, I'm his brother. You see, this is what it means to say. It means to say that a person, Hashem, is going to do the Yeshua sometimes for you, but all you need sometimes to change the state of mind of beracha, to change the state of mind that Hashem has his reasons and calculations, but not to feel the feeling that Hashem messed me over, messed up day, everything's messed up, my room is messed up, my schedule's messed up. No. Whatever happened till now is exactly what's supposed to happen till now. We change this mindset from Galah to Geulah with just one little letter, Aleph. Emunah. Change the Emunah. That one little letter will change the whole mindset. We'll have Geulah. Baruch Hashem, amen, amen.